G'day, welcome to Todd's Kitchen. I've made a few marshmallow recipes in the past and they're absolutely delicious. I'll leave a clickable link at the end of this video to my playlist on all my lovely marshmallow recipes. This one is a unique recipe, but it's a delicious one because it has my all-time favorite ingredients. So join me today as I make my version of salted caramel marshmallows. Now, first things first, we're going to start off by softening up our gelatine mixture. So into a mixing bowl that we're going to use to aerate the marshmallows, we're going to add half a cup of water and 3 tablespoons of gelatin powder. So just sprinkle that on top, and we're just going to let that sit there for 10 minutes while we work on our sugar mixture. Okay, so while our gelatin is soaking up all of our water, I've got a pot on the stove on a medium to high heat. So to that I'm going to add in 2 cups of sugar. Now you're thinking, well, that's a lot of sugar. Well, honestly, that's exactly what marshmallows are. They're basically pure sugar. So to that sugar, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of water. And lastly, 2/3 of a cup of glucose syrup, also called corn syrup. So just pour that straight in. And as a tip, I've microwaved this glucose syrup for about 30 seconds. It just makes it a lot easier to pour, which makes it obviously easier to work with. So basically right now, it's just a simple matter of stirring it over this medium to high heat, just until the sugar's dissolved. Don't whisk it, because we don't want to get too much of the syrup on the side there, because that can help form crystals. But just keep on stirring it, give it a nice stir, just until the sugar is completely dissolved. And to make life a lot easier, I'm going to use a candy thermometer. Now, a candy thermometer I highly recommend in any kitchen. They just make life so much easier, especially for candy type recipes like this. They're perfect for marshmallows or any type of sugar mixture that you're going to use, even chocolate. They're also incredibly cheap too. You can pick them up for about $15 on eBay or Amazon. So we're going for the hard boil stage, which is 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and it also works out to about 125 degrees Celsius. So just keep on stirring it. Sugar's almost dissolved, as you can see. And we want to bring this up to a nice simmer. So we don't want to boil it too hard, just want to simmer it, and we want to bring it up slowly. But it should only take about 5 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, it's simmering away now. So I've just turned the temperature down a little bit. We don't want to overdo it. We don't want it too hot too fast. So at this point, we're just going to wait for it to come up to the hard boil stage. And again, it should only take a few minutes, say about 3 to 4 minutes at most. But as soon as it reaches that temperature, we're going to take it straight off the heat. And while it's coming up to the temperature, don't forget to check out toddskitchen.com, as well as my social media, which is facebook.com/toddskitchen, and Instagram, as you can see down below, that's ToddM007. So please do me a huge favor by following me on my social media, where I always put up new and interesting photos and the occasional funny meme. Okay, so as you can see, it has just reached the hard boil stage, so don't cook it anymore. We don't want to overdo it, so just take it straight off the heat. Okay, so this is where it definitely helps to have a stand mixer, but you can use a hand mixer with this. That's completely fine, because we're going to be mixing this for about 10 to 12 minutes. So just make sure we're using the whisk attachment, of course. And as you can see, our gelatin is soaked up all that water, so it's nice and soft. Now this is where you need to be incredibly careful, because this sugar mixture is incredibly hot. So I'm going to have the mix on low to start off with, and we're just going to slowly pour in our hot sugar mixture. So just slowly put it in, and again, make sure it's on a low speed while you're doing this at the start off with, because if this sugar mixture gets on your skin, it will burn pretty bad. So make sure this isn't done by an adult at all times, and very carefully too. So just pour it all in. Okay, so as you can see with the bowl, there's going to be some sugar mixture left in. Just soak it in water, and about half an hour or so, that'll all dissolve. That way you don't have to worry about scraping it all out. So soak it in water, and it'll just disappear like magic. That's the trick to getting all the sugar mixture back out of your bowl. Okay, so as your mixture is starting to thick up, we're just going to slowly increase the speed. And what this is going to do is it's going to cool down the mixture while aerating it at the same time. So come the 10 to 12 minute time, it's going to be just lukewarm. So you can even touch it, it won't burn you. But just over the next 2 minutes, just slowly increase the speed. We don't increase it too fast, simply because we don't want the sugar mixture to splash on us and burn our skin. So the longer it's mixing for, the thicker it gets. And after about 10 to 12 minutes, you're going to get a nice, white, fluffy consistency. Okay, so it's almost been 5 minutes, and look at this. It's already started to come up to a nice, fluffy consistency. Even though it looks great, you still want to give it another 5 minutes to get to the right temperature and texture. Okay, so as you can see, it is now a nice white fluffy consistency. Next I'm just going to add some vanilla bean paste or vanilla extract. It's just whatever you've got on hand. So about a tablespoon worth of that, or 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. This is just a lot thicker, a lot more concentrated, so you can use half the amount. And as this is a salted caramel, we're going to add some salt, let that mix through very well. So about a tablespoon of salt as well. Again, that's completely up to you how much you want to use. And just let that mix through for about a minute on high. And we're done. And look at that. That is a perfect marshmallow consistency. Okay, so I've just got a normal baking tray here lined with non-stick baking paper. So with our marshmallow mixture, we're going to place half in to start off with. And just spread it around. So it also comes down to the size of your pan, so you can have these as thick as you want or as thin as you want. There really is no limit on how thick you can have them. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to use some caramel. Now I've done a video before on how to make this stuff from sweetened condensed milk at home. It's actually very simple and cheaper. And I'll leave a link at the end of this video that you can click on my video on how to make your own, because it's just so much cheaper. So with our caramel, I'm just going to place it on top. Use as little or as much as you like, it's up to you. I'm just going to use a whole can, waste not, whatnot, and this stuff is very good. And we're just going to do the best we can just to spread it out on top of our marshmallow. You have to break it up as much as you can. So we just want it all over. So every time you have a bite, you're going to get that lovely caramel taste with our marshmallow. And I can tell you what, this actually smells very, very good. The caramel is one of my favorite, so I cannot describe how good this smells. Okay, so once it's all mixed in like that, we're just going to grab the rest of our marshmallow mixture, place it on top. And you've got to do this relatively fast because this will start getting pretty sticky pretty fast. And to clean up this bowl, just do the same that you did with the sugar mixture in the pot. Just soak it in water, it'll easily fix itself up. So just going to spread that as best as we can. And the thing about this is, don't try and make it look neat and tidy and exact. You really want that lovely homemade feel by having it nice and messy. There's nothing wrong with that. You can take the extra time to do it, but I just love this type of look. So it's incredibly simple, very, very easy, but delicious. Definitely the best marshmallow you're ever going to try. And just quickly, while it's still sticky on top, we're just going to sprinkle on powdered sugar, and this will just help stop it from being sticky on top. And that's it. It's that simple. So simply leave it at room temperature for about 3 to 4 hours to completely set. Okay, so as you can see, our marshmallow is nicely set. Now personally, I find the best way to cut up fresh marshmallows is with a pizza roller. So just simply cut them into your desired shapes and see how easy that is. So much better than using a knife. And just look at how delicious those marshmallows are. Look at the way the caramel just oozes out of those marshmallows. It really doesn't get much better than that. Now, I'm certainly not going to say they're the prettiest marshmallows around, but I guarantee they're going to be the tastiest ones around. If you love caramel, you will love these marshmallows. I mean, honestly, how can you beat caramel? You just can't. So they're one of those treats you're going to have now and then, but I guarantee when you do, it's going to be worth it because they taste simply delish.